Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Look at Dragon's Lair, or Don Bluth Presents Dragon's Lair. This just came out on Xbox Live Arcade about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours ago. Just came out today anyway, Friday. And you might be familiar with this game because it's probably one of the most ported games in history. This is not a new release, so to speak. You know, the arcade version came out like 20 to 25 years ago. There was a Laserdisc edition, and then subsequently it was ported to basically every platform that has ever existed. I personally, as a kid, so like 15, 16 years ago, played this on MS-DOS. There's obviously like a Windows version. I believe there's like an iOS version, and like NES version. It's been ported to like basically every fucking console or peripheral ever made, and now it's on Xbox Live Arcade with Kinect functionality. And we are actually going to show off that Kinect functionality for once. This will be the first Kinect video I've ever done, but first, I'm going to show you the controller and show you how we play the game. So basically, if you're not familiar with Dragon's Lair, this was a big deal when it came out because it was basically like an interactive cartoon. No game even came close to the graphics that Dragon's Lair had when it came out. And it was all illustrated like by Don Bluth, who was the guy who did like Secret of Nim, which is a movie you might remember, you know, from your own respective childhoods. We're going to get started here. Basically, this is QuickTime events all the way through. Every single level in this game is QuickTime events. So we can make our difficulty easy or hard, but that only changes the amount of time we have to react. So I'm going to keep it on easy for the purposes of this video. We can play the arcade version, or we can play the home Laserdisc version. The Laserdisc version basically gives us kind of like a random layout of rooms that we have to progress through to defeat the dragon over there that you can see on the left and rescue the princess. And the arcade version gives you like an original scene order that you have to go through. But I am going to go with the Laserdisc version because that is the version that I am familiar with. And obviously we will start by playing with the controller. And then we'll get started here. So keep in mind, well, I should really turn that off actually. I have the arcade cabinet layout turned on because I thought it looked kind of cool. But we'll take arcade monitor off. There we go. I like how there were subtitles I can turn on. There's only like 2 spoken lines in the entire game. And it's usually like, save me, save me. Anyway, as we get started here, you will very quickly get a feel for what Dragon's Lair is all about. Things happen on screen, it tells us what button to press, and then we do it, and if we do it quickly enough, we move on. So if you're a fan of games that have QuickTime events, this might be right up your alley. But if you're not a fan of QuickTime events, and you know, generally speaking, I'm kind of on the fence, then this game is probably going to get pretty goddamn repetitive for you really fast. Now, the first time you come across these rooms, it can be a little bit hectic because you don't know exactly what the hell you're supposed to do. But having done the rooms a couple times now myself, I've beaten the game, I don't know, like 2 or 3 times now. A lot of the layouts just become very, very easy because you have, you know, done them before. This one is like forward, slash, and then like right, yeah. See, so once you memorize it, the game loses a little bit of its replayability, and I kind of think Dragon's Lair has aged really fucking poorly. Like, the reason Dragon's Lair was one of those games in the arcades that commanded like $1 per play back in the 80s was simply because of the fact that it had insanely good graphics. Like, you might not realize it now, it looks kind of blown out and grainy, at least on my screen. This one's actually kind of tricky. Oh, we got through. Now we just gotta jump over the lava, and then I'll continue my point. Oh, we made it perfectly fine. Yeah, it looks kind of blown out and grainy on my screen, but it looks like a cartoon from, you know, 20 years ago, which is essentially what it is. But you gotta keep in mind, this was coming out like around the same time as like fucking Space Invaders and Missile Command and stuff. So if you saw this in an arcade, you'd be like, holy shit, Dragon's Lair. This is the future of gaming right here. And I guess in some ways it kind of is. Oh, barely got that one. This room is almost over. But yeah, it hasn't aged well because we have games that are way more impressive graphically than this. Like, I still think it has kind of a unique style. A style that we really don't see that much anymore. But, god damn it, I died. So we get five lives, and then basically unlimited continues, because I'm playing free play right now. The problem a lot of Xbox Live Arcade titles that have been ported from arcade games have is just like, it seems like there's no consequences, because it's just free play. I'm not actually losing any money here, which I guess is good, but I probably paid more for this title than I've ever spent on Dragon's Lair in my entire life. Dragon's Lair in my entire life. But anyway, again, to finish that point that I was started on talking about here, graphically the game is not that technically impressive anymore, which was the main reason that you would want to play it. So I think that what they're kind of relying on here is that you're going to have nostalgia for Dragon's Lair, and I don't know how many people do, maybe you do, but I don't really. Oh, made a mistake there. So this game is, at its core, just like an exercise in trial and error, basically. Because the first time you go into a room, you're not going to understand what the hell's going on. And sometimes, like, the arrows that they put on screen can actually blend into the background. Now, I think that okay, there's the continue screen here. But we'll just continue. Also, I think this 3D Dirk that they have here looks fucking horrible. Like, really, really bad. It's cheap as hell. Why even put that there? Yeah, as I was saying, it's mostly just trial and error. Like, the first time you come into a room, you're gonna be confused, and it feels like you have less time to react than you actually do. Not to mention that sometimes, you know, if you got a lot of, like, black backgrounds, it seems like the arrows or prompts that they give you just blend into the background. Now, I'm pretty sure when I played Dragon's Lair as a kid... Oh, this fucking guy. One second, I gotta focus. This is the hardest room in the entire game. I mean, you could obviously just memorize the order of things to do here. But right now, we have to do things extremely quickly. There we go. I think we succeeded. Now we'll just slash him down. Get out of here. When I was a kid, I was pretty sure there were no prompts on the screen. And there's an option for that in the game. But... you know, I guess we can go to the settings right now and we'll check that out, but that is going to be super fucking hard. I'm pretty sure the arcade machine was like this too, obviously, to get you to put as much money into the game as possible. So I'll just see if I can remember how the hell to do this room right here. I've only played this room a couple of times, but I think I've pretty much got it down. Starts with a slash. At some point. I guess right here. Okay. Perfect. And then we just run forwards. Okay, this makes the game substantially more difficult, I will admit. But, you know, I do have all of this memorized. So maybe it's not as bad as I thought. I'm also on easy mode, I guess, which means I have a ton of time which to, you know, make these decisions. And also, I'm pretty sure every prompt here is just up. So that worked out totally fine. But if I get into a room that I'm less familiar with, well, this is not a good example of that. Oh, fucked it up. I hit it way too early, I think. Alright, let's try that again. Actually, you know what? With the move prompts off, this is actually kind of fun just as a test of memory, but you definitely don't want to play through this game for the first time with move prompts off, or you are going to have no fucking idea what to do. So we'll go through here. Oh shit, I don't really remember. I think forward? Yeah. And basically the way that the game goes... Oh, 1 second. Again, I keep interrupting myself, but I have to focus on what's going on here. Because I have to pick a direction very quickly. Am I gonna make it? I'm kind of surprised at myself there. That was pretty good. So basically, we're just going through this... that was bad. We're going through this castle, and we're gonna go through the same room, like, multiple times. Because there's only, you know, like, a set number of rooms that they have. Maybe, like, 20 or 15 rooms that they've created for the entire Dragon's Lair game, and they just repeat over and over and over. So it is also incredibly repetitive, and to be honest with you, there's not really a lot of replay value, because once you've memorized the rooms, like, there's no kind of challenge in playing through the game again. Although, I guess you could play it with the move prompts off, which does make it a little bit more difficult. But then eventually, I actually don't remember this room. Eventually, we're going to get to, like, a dragon, and we're going to save the princess, and that will be the end of the story. But I think I'm going to go through, like, a couple more rooms here, and then maybe I'll stop the video and get my Kinect functionality set up. And we'll try to do a little bit of Kinect gameplay, and hopefully, you know, that's going to work out fairly well, because I am not familiar with recording with Kinect, but I hope it's going to work out okay. I hope my audio setup's good. I'm not, like, mic'd up on a wireless mic or anything right now. I'm going to go out on a limb as I exit back here to the main menu and say that if you do not have a Kinect, definitely do not buy Dragon's Lair, or, you know, at the very least, do not buy it on Xbox Live Arcade. I'm sure you can get it cheaper somewhere else, unless the estate of Don Bluth is incredibly money hungry. This is $10 right now, and you're probably, with the controller functionality, not going to get $10 worth out of this game. Unless you have, like... Unless this game is worth $10 just for the nostalgia of playing through Dragon's Lair again, it's not worth the money if you only have the controller. And, you know, like, the game itself, you can finish it. I probably finished my first run in maybe 20 minutes, maybe at the outset a half hour. And like I said, there's not a whole lot of replayability. And that was like a half hour with dying a lot as well. So, you know, keep that in mind, that definitely caveat emptor when it comes to Dragon's Lair if you only have the controller. Buyer beware. So I'm going to stop the video right now, and I will get my Kinect set up, and I will see you guys in, well, like 2 seconds for you, but maybe 5 minutes for me. And I'm back. So we're going to be bringing you some Dragon's Lair Kinect gameplay. I've got a pretty hilarious setup here to record my audio. I've got an ottoman with a tall chair sitting on top of it, so while I'm standing up, it can pick me up fairly well. Hopefully you'll be able to see that soon, because the game does take pictures. So, we will go to play game, and then we'll turn our controller on to Kinect, and hopefully I'll be able to navigate these menus successfully. That is not... Oh, there we go. Yep, okay, so let me put my controller down. And again, I apologize if I get quiet at times, but I do have to move around a little bit, and like I said, not wirelessly mic'd up. So, go down to play game. Menu controls reasonably well. We'll sign in. And oh no, you're all going to see my gamer tag as if you haven't seen it 100 times already. I will be Northern Lion with a 0. That's how you know I'm cool. I used to be Northern Lion like the way it's actually spelled, but then I forgot my password for that email account. So I lost it. So we will go to play game. And Kinect. And Kinect has different game modes. Like, it doesn't have easy, hard. What it has is adventure, which is following Dirk's actions throughout the layer. You cannot die. So as you might expect, the Kinect controls for this have a little bit less accuracy or fidelity than the like controller controls. So it can be pretty frustrating if you're playing it if you could die. So this adventure mode is like super casual, like let's just get up and move around a little bit, which I kind of like. Quest allows us to die if we make too many mistakes, I believe, and daring is just a normal game, which I can't imagine playing with the Kinect. I think that would be insanely frustrating. But anyway, we're just going to get started here. I've already done the tutorial, so hopefully it doesn't make me go through it again. Oh, it's going to make me go through it again. Actually, no, we can skip it by doing the guide gesture, but I'll just talk about it very quickly. There's like 6 gestures that we have to make in Dragon's Lair Kinect. So one of them, if we want to move to the forward, back, left, or right directions, we just step or jump in those directions, so that's easy enough. Our sword is basically like a karate chop motion. Grabbing ropes is accomplished by like holding our left hand or right hand up. And running is accomplished just by running in place. So I think that's all we need to know, and we will skip here. And I will get started. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Skip. There we go. So it's unfortunate, I guess, that you guys can't see me on screen 100% of the time, like, I don't know, a Kinect Star Wars or something that has kind of an outline of the person, but the game does take pictures, so you'll be able to see that. So we'll drop down here, I'll do a karate chop motion. Oh shit, I 100% have to turn on the move guide for this, otherwise this is gonna be borderline impossible. That's how you play fucking hardcore Dragon's Lair. Kinect version and the move prompt off, and the arcade cabinet screen on. So we go to settings, and turn the move guide on. And I guess I turned subtitles on too, which is cool enough, I guess. Okay. Controls reasonably well through the menus. I'm kind of Kinect retarded. And I've been able to do it reasonably well. I got a decent setup for Kinect as well. Like, my room's pretty big and open here. But anyway. Alright, I forget what we have to do. I think we go to the right. So I'm going to jump out of the way. And if it's green, that means I did it appropriately. If it's yellow, that means I did it too early, I think. And if it's red, that means I did it too late. So I'm just moving my arms up and down to grab on these ropes. Jumping forward, and that was red. So even though I jumped forward, it seemed like I did it too late. Oh, there's the subtitles. So like, even though I'm doing these motions right now, the game is telling me that I'm not doing them every single time. Which is kind of annoying, because like, this is a game based on fast inputs. Like, I totally karate chop there. You guys would believe me if you can see me. So this game is based on, like, fast, not precise necessarily, but fast movements. Oh, come on! I'm over here! I just plummeted to my death. I didn't think you could die in this game, or in this mode. I guess only on those rooms. Oh, it just advanced us anyway. Yeah, so it relies on, like, pretty fast timing. I'm way over to the left of my guide now. So, for there to be kind of like errors in fidelity, and it's not necessarily Kinect's fault, I guess, it's doing the best it can. But it's a big problem. There's a picture there, hopefully you guys enjoy that one. I actually, like, was totally unshaven, and I was thinking about making this Kinect video, and I'm like, fuck it, do I really want to make this Kinect video enough to shave? And the answer to that question was, no. So I just didn't shave, as you will see in the pictures. But I did put on, you know, some regular clothes, not pajamas anymore. And again, it's saying, like, I did it too late or didn't do it at all, which is kind of shitty. But I think you can understand what I'm saying right now. When I say that... Wanted to make sure I posed right for the pictures. When I say that playing this game on, like, the normal difficulty, where you can die very easily, would be annoying as shit. You know, surprisingly difficult. Oh, I got off the screen here. Let's go to resume game. Surprisingly difficult to carry on a normal conversation while doing these Kinect motions. I mean, I'm not saying it's like heavy exercise or anything, but it is a little bit of work. Getting a little winded here, to be honest with you. Never get a chance to catch my breath, so we'll play a few more rooms. But I think basically, you have seen all you need to see of Dragon's Lair Kinect to make your opinion of it. There are some extras and stuff that I want to check out. Not too concerned about like achievements or anything. And as you can see, these rooms are recycling over and over and over. So we'll just run in place here. Good cardio, you know? Better than playing Dota 2. So get those knees high, Northern Lion. So let's keep this up. Almost done. Calories burned, 4. Yeah, I think that's basically all you need to see. Actually, you know what? I'll finish the round because that's the way that you can see my pictures, which I think are pretty funny. I tried to do a good pose for each one of them. Here we go. How's the lighting on that? I'm gonna go check those out. I tried to moon you with the last one, but it didn't really work. Anyway, perfect moves 23, good moves 4, missed moves 26. I disagree. I thought I did all right. So let's go to continue here. I want to go back to the main menu, actually. Come on. Xbox, stop being a bitch. Exit game. Exit game. Yes. Not too worried about my progress. Like I said, I can beat the game in 20 minutes. So, this is Dragon's Lair, Xbox Live Arcade. Should you buy it if you don't have a Kinect? Already said no, and I stand by that. Should you buy it if you have a Kinect? Probably not. Maybe for kids, this could be a lot of fun. I mean, the Kinect definitely brings something new to the experience, but it's still not very good. I still don't think it's $10 good. The only problem is if you have a Kinect, you know, like what the fuck else are you gonna play? I think there hasn't been a lot of good stuff. Let's check out extras very quickly. Right hand, I guess. Kinect isn't looking at my left hand. So we got photos. Attract. May 18th, 2012. This is the one I was looking for. View, please. Oh, this is the view mode? I thought I could make them bigger. Anyway, I'm doing the suck it sign right there because I'm so hardcore. So let's go back. I'm interested to see what Attract is. Oh, watch the original arcade trailer. Like 1983, man, this game's 30 years old. Yeah, so like I said, Kinect brings something new to the table, but I think for most people this is going to be a purchase that you are going to want to skip. I find this hard to recommend. Maybe if you had kids, they could get some enjoyment out of it, but keep in mind you are paying $10 for what amounts to probably less than an hour of gameplay, and that's with you playing it through more than once. But anyway, thanks for joining me on this kind of unique Let's Look At. Trying to figure out, you know, I'm like testing the waters to see if I can get a good recording setup for Kinect. Because a lot of these games are garbage, and frankly, that's sort of right in my wheelhouse, so I would like to do more Kinect recordings. So let me know how it sounds, how it looks, and as always, I will see you guys next time.